This runner profile is about last year's runner-up and suspected cyborg, Bladen. Bladen was seeded into Group 3 and is exiting that group as the first seed with an overall tournament win-loss record of 9-0. Their any percent PB is a 114-19, which is ranked 4th on the leaderboards. Bladen has a storied past with Mach brackets, winning Mach 2 March, Mach 3 March and Mach 4 March before finally being dethroned by Clipboard Guy last year. With a complete sweep of their group and their infamous Beacon 2 in their arsenal, will Bladen add yet another trophy to their case this year? Let's find out here in Mach 6 March.
This runner profile is about the pioneer of drag strafing in the TF2SR, Boonlang. Boonlang was seeded into Group 1 and is exiting that group with the second seed with an overall tournament win-loss record of 6-3. She has no verified any percent PB. With her roots in the competitive CTF pickup games, Boonlang has spent her time in the TF2SR bringing fresh perspectives and new techniques to some of the game's most thoroughly routed levels. After spending a couple of years experimenting with new methods of lurching for PvP, Boonlang learned about drag strafing and began to practice the technique. Now, in 2026, she has shown strong practical applications of the technique, such as keeping speed through the Beacon 2 hairpin or cutting the KRS corner with well over 70 kilometers per hour. While Boon has struggled to adapt to traditional strafing and lurch techniques in the tournament setting, she's no doubt a runner to pay attention to in the years to come, as she may well be pushing a new frontier of Titanfall 2 speedrunning.
This runner profile is about a resident relaxed apparition, Chill Spirit. Chill Spirit was seeded into Group 5 and is exiting that group as the first seed with an overall tournament win-loss record of 9-0. His any percent PB is a 116.07, which is ranked 6th on the leaderboards. Chill Spirit is one of the most well-known runners in the Titanfall 2 scene, and for good reason. Not content with being a top 10 runner, he's also spent years pushing the Abyss 2 out of bounds ever closer towards viability, an immense undertaking which has enhanced his understanding of the game. Mach 3 March and Mach 4 March both saw 13th place finishes from Chill Spirit, but with no Mach 5 March appearance, Chill has 2 years of growth behind him coming into this bracket stage. How far will he carry his strong group stage momentum? Let's find out.
This runner profile is about our newly crowned king, Clipboard Guy. Clip was seeded into Group 1 and is exiting that group as the first seed with an overall tournament win-loss record of 9-0. Their 90% PB is a 112.42, which is ranked 2nd on the leaderboards. Just from a cursory glance at their speedrunning resume, you can tell that Clip is a seriously accomplished gamer. Over the years, they have slowly clawed their way closer and closer to the top, to the throne that was considered untouchable by many for a long time. To leave it at just that though would be insulting. Clip has also set multiple 90% records and even obtained the first ever IL sweep in Titanfall's history, all while setting records in Cuphead, a completely separate game. This laundry list of achievements quickly proved Clip was the undisputed #1 runner, and they became a clear favorite to win future tournaments. However, with the 90% record being shattered and a new challenger stepping up to the plate, the plot isn't quite certain anymore. Does Clip still have some time left in the spotlight, or will they be overshadowed by a new era of darkness? All will be revealed in Mach 6 March.
This runner profile is about a returning top 20 breakout, Cologne Drinker. Cologne Drinker is seeded into Group 13 and exiting that group as the first seed with an overall tournament win-loss record of 9-0. His any percent PB is a 119.06, which is ranked 18th on the any percent leaderboards. After a strong Mach March debut at 9th place last year, Cologne Drinker made waves on the leaderboard, dropping his 122 PB to the 119 he has now. With a 9-0 sweep over his group, including a notable 3-0 against Fadeout, one thing is certain, it would be foolish to overlook Cologne Drinker in this year's bracket stage. Will Cologne Drinker manage to break into the top 8 this year? Let's find out.
This runner profile is about the guy who is goated on the sticks, Darkwin. Darkwin was seeded into Group 2 and is exiting that group as the first seed with an overall tournament win-loss record of 9-0. His any percent PB is a 112.37, which is ranked #1 on the leaderboards. Darkwing is one of the more unique cases between top runners, because what do you mean a controller player with stick drift has any % world record in 2026? Any reasonable person would assume that a runner with a hand of cards like that is doomed to hit his ceiling at some point, but he never did. From his signature Dark Slide TM to the hot new Airball, there was always more time to be saved and more strats to find. The SpeedTech forum is looking more and more like his personal diary lately, showing his persistent and innovative approach to the game. He has the chops to take the record, but is it enough to finally take his first Mach March champion title? Let's find out.
This runner profile is about a fan-favorite controller runner, Doki. Doki was seeded into Group 12 and is exiting that group as the second seed, with an overall tournament win-loss record of 7-2. His any % PB is a 122.17, which is ranked 35th on the leaderboards. While you might assume that a runner with a mid-30s leaderboard ranking isn't too threatening in bracket, you'd be mistaken to overlook Doki. One of only a few runners who have attended every Mach March, Doki has never placed outside of the top 25, and he continues to take games and upsets over high-caliber runners such as Talali and Gunnerhawk. With the Controller Nation at his back, will Doki make a dark horse run throughout the bracket stage? Let's find out.
This runner profile is about known food criminal and longtime runner, Dyed Quartz. Dyed Quartz was seeded into Group 11 and is exiting that group as the second seed with an overall tournament win-loss record of 7-2. Her any % PB is a 122.44, which is ranked 41st on the leaderboards. A 10-year runner of the TF2SR community, Dyed Quartz has spent relatively little time participating in the tournament scene. Her debut appearance in Mach 4 March saw a 33rd place finish, which she improved to 25th last year in Mach 5 March. Outside of tournaments, Dyed Quartz is a strong contributor to the community. She helped develop the Ronin client, hosts the server to which we stream our tournaments, and is always a friendly face for those who take the time to get to know her. While another placement improvement would be a lovely addition to her repertoire, Dyed Quartz is a runner who has earned your time and attention regardless of her tournament placements.
This runner profile is about a returning runner of TF2SR's German army, Fadeout. Fadeout was seeded into Group 13 and is exiting that group as the second seed with an overall tournament win-loss record of 6-3. Its any % PB is a 121 flat, which is ranked 31st on the leaderboards. Finishing 25th in its debut Mach March last year, Fadeout is a runner who's shown consistent improvement throughout her speedrunning journey. She cut 8 minutes of her any % time from 2024 through 2025, and she holds the record in both the any % QS and the no slide hop category extensions. Will Fadeout continue its strong showing into this year's bracket? We'll find out here in Mach 6 March.
This runner profile is about a true veteran of the tournament scene, Goviz. Goviz was seeded into Group 14 and is exiting that stage as the second seed with an overall tournament win-loss record of 6-3. His any % PB is a 120.19, which is ranked 29th on the leaderboards. Goviz, also known as Oviz after losing his G to Gunnerhawk in Friday Night Fights, is one of only a few runners to have attended every Mach March. Across that time, Goviz has continued to perform above expectations, finishing in the top 10 twice and in the top 20 otherwise. In addition, Goviz has posted notable level times such as a sub 2 Beacon 2 and a 706 arc. Coming into bracket stage out of a solid group stage performance, how will Goviz fare this year? Let's find out in Mach 6 March.
This runner profile is about a tournament up-and-comer, Granite. Granite was seeded into Group 4 and is exiting that group as the second seed, with an overall tournament win-loss record of 5-4. Granite has no leaderboard any % time, though she does have an NCS run that would be equivalent to a 123.53. Mach 6 March is Granite's tournament debut, but that's no reason to overlook her as a contender. With a 9:52 Pilots Challenge time, she's shown that she's a capable runner with some midfield dark horse potential. Will Granite be able to carve a path through her first bracket stage? Let's find out here in Mach 6 March.
This runner profile is about the runner allergic to an any % submission, Gunnerhawk. Gunnerhawk was seeded into Group 9 and is exiting that group as the first seed with an overall tournament win-loss record of 8-1. As mentioned, Gunnerhawk has no any percent PB, but he's a long-time runner and undoubtedly a powerhouse. With 7th place finishes in both Mach 4 March and Mach 5 March, he's known for both his consistently strong performances in tournament and his longevity within the scene. Will Gunnerhawk be able to improve his placement this year? Let's find out in Mach 6 March.
This runner profile is about a returning longtime runner hailing from the Controller Nation, Ice Cream Man. Ice Cream Man was seeded into Group 11 and is exiting that group as the first seed with an overall tournament win-loss record of 8-1. His any percent PB is a 117.36, which is ranked 10th on the leaderboards. Ice Cream Man has had strong showings in his past tournament performances, jumping from 41st in Mach 3 March up to 13th in Mach 4 March. With an impressive group stage showing where he dropped just one game to Diet Quartz, Ice Cream Man has shown once again that he has the skill sets needed to perform at a high level. Will he be able to climb the ranks to a new peak placement this year? Let's find out here in Mach 6 March.
This runner profile is about one of our console kings, Le Grunion. Grunion was seeded into Group 3 and is exiting that group as the second seed with an overall tournament win-loss record of 3-6. His 90% PB is a 125.33, which is ranked 67th on the leaderboards. Grunion is someone you may already know from their efforts in other parkour games such as Ghost Runner, and he has only continued to farther bring that heat into Titanfall over the past couple of years. If you haven't seen Grunion do the Abyss 1 out of bounds clip, then you need to see it. The level he is able to perform at without having the quality of life features from PC mods is incredible. In addition to that, he won the second ever tiebreaker in Mach March history this year, even getting a slight upset over Forgiven in the process. So just how far can Grunion keep the ball rolling? Stay tuned to find out. This runner profile is about one of our fastest improving debut competitors, Linus Lover. Linus was seeded into Group 6 and is exiting that group as the second seed with an overall tournament win-loss record of 6-3. His 90% PB is a 119.47, which is ranked 23rd on the leaderboards. That 119 doesn't really register as an expected 90% time when considering Linus is still fairly new to the speedrunning scene of this game. He has thousands of hours of multiplayer experience to lean on, but even still, such a short timeline for improvement is a rare sight and rivals some of the best runners in Titanfall's history. The dude is speedrunning the speedrunning. He is someone to keep an eye on in bracket as he could be a serious dark horse candidate this year. Having already bopped so many runners on the boards, it begs the question, how many runners will he take down in Mach 6 March? Let's find out.
This runner profile is about our most surgical top runner, Mats. Mats was seeded into Group 7 and is exiting that group as the first seed with an overall tournament win-loss record of 9-0. His any percent PB is a 116.40, which is ranked 9th on the leaderboards. Mats is a runner that came into the scene only a couple years ago, quickly shot up into the sub-80 club, and later cemented himself in the top 10. His improvement has not stopped either, seeing how last year was his best performance yet, putting up a dominant 5th place standing. At this point, it's not surprising to see him taking games off even the highest caliber of runners. Can he keep this trajectory and maybe even steal the title this year? Let's see what the future holds. This runner profile is about our encyclopedia of useless Titanfall facts, Next Racer 1. Next was seeded into Group 4 and is exiting that group as the first seed with an overall tournament win-loss record of 8-1. Their any percent PB is a 115.14, which is ranked 5th on the leaderboards. For their entire time with this game, Next has always been a powerhouse of a runner, staying within an armed reach of whoever the top spot is at the time. They have competitive time in full game, and several ILs, and have placed in top 8 in the past 4 Mach March tournaments. When looking at the evidence, it's hard not to believe that they have what it takes to keep up with the best runners. However, it'll require them to hit their ceiling as many times as they can muster. Will they take that last big leap they need into finals and snag the crown this year? Stay tuned to find out.
This runner profile is about a new incoming invader from the M2 crew, Oblifier. Oblifier was seeded into Group 10 and is exiting that group as the second seed with an overall tournament win-loss record of 5-4. He has no any percent time as he is primarily an MP player. After witnessing what went down in M1M, you never know what to expect from MP players coming into the speedrunning scene. They are true wildcards. Oblifier is no exception to this rule, seeing as he has already struck very high above the bar for newcomers. Achieving a whopping 33 seed upset over Supervillain in their group, he has already begun to take the bracket by storm. But just how far will his prior movement skills take him? Only time will tell.
This runner profile is about the founder of the Watchers, Reach. Reach was seeded into Group 7 and is exiting that group as the second seed with an overall tournament win-loss record of 6-3. His any percent PB is a 129 flat, which is ranked 93rd on the leaderboards. While an any percent time of 129 might seem like an outlier among bracket stage competitors, Reach is no stranger to speedrunning. With a 3-0 upset over 40 in his group, as well as multiple world records in frontier defense speedruns, Reach has the potential to pull out some unexpected wins. What position will he reach this year? Find out here in Mach 6 March.
This runner profile is about returning runner, Resonance. Resonance was seeded into Group 5 and is exiting that group as the second seed with an overall tournament win-loss record of 4-5. Their any percent PB is a 122.33, which is ranked 37th on the any percent leaderboards. Finishing 17th in their debut Mach March appearance last year, Resonance has been a bit of a quiet runner in the scene over the last 2 years. They're quick to spin up the jets when needed, however, as their last 3 any percent PBs were all made on their first attempt of the day. Now coming into their second Mach March, it'll be up to them to push their placement higher than last year's. Will their presence resonate through this year's bracket stage? Let's find out here in Mach 6 March.
This runner profile is about a returning runner, Robin. Robin was seeded into Group 8 and is exiting that group as the second seed with an overall tournament win-loss record of 5-4. Its any percent PB is a 123.39, which is ranked 49th on the leaderboards. Returning to the scene after a long break, Robin's going into her second Mach March event with her work cut out for her. Historically, Robin's been quick to show improvement in her times, and having recently posted a 2-minute Beacon 2, it's evident that she has the potential to pop off an explosive run. Where will Robin land in its bracket run this year? Let's find out.
This runner profile is about our multi-time Fatale showcaser, Sapphire in Pink. Saf was seeded into Group 14 and is exiting that group as the first seed with an overall tournament win-loss record of 7-2. Their any percent PB is a 122.39, which is ranked 40th on the leaderboards. Saf is a long-time runner who makes frequent returns to this community, putting on solid performances in a pretty diverse set of mediums too, including marathon showcases, any percent, all helmets, tournaments, and even Effect in Cause 3. They are on track for one of their better performances this year, seeing as they have already managed to secure a 7-seed upset over Goviz in the group stage, overriding their original placement as a second seed. Will they keep that momentum into the final bracket? Let's find out. This runner profile is about one of Mach March's historically most active TOs, Shug the Shug Shugman. Shug was seeded into Group 2 and is exiting that group as the second seed with an overall tournament win-loss record of 6-3. His any percent PB is a 124.08, which is ranked 55th on the leaderboards. While Shug primarily focuses on his auxiliary roles in this community, he is no stranger to putting up solid times in game. Originally a third seed in his group, Shug was given a free pass in the bracket from having 2 default wins. For most runners in this situation, the looming threat of the entire upper echelon of runners can feel daunting. However, considering that Shug has competed every year since Mach March's beginnings, it's clear that this is actually not his first rodeo. Is he in over his head, or will he go on to make a serious dent in the competition? Let's find out in Mach 6 March. This runner profile is about our longest occupant in the top 10, Skeleton Jelly. Skelly was seeded into Group 6 and is exiting that group as the first seed with an overall tournament win-loss record of 7-2. Their any percent PB is a 116.31, which is ranked 8th on the leaderboards. Skelly has always remained a constant threat in this scene. Having taken several games off of some of Mach March's biggest titans in the past, they are someone you always have to factor into the equation. Being one of the more backup-focused and consistent performers among the competition, they are a runner that you'll want to steer clear of on your off days, as they will take those opportunities and run away with them. But will Skelly manage to run away with the crown? Find out here in Mach 6 March.
This runner profile is about a returning veteran of the scene, Skies. Skies was seeded into Group 8 and is exiting that group as the first seed with an overall tournament win-loss record of 7-2. Skies has no leaderboard any percent time, but historically has placed very well in Mach March, peaking at 9th place in Mach 3 March. With a surprise return as the mysterious stranger just ahead of Mach 6 March, Skies has made waves in the scene by taking games off of top 5 runner Next Tracer. With an unverified 1:16 any percent time from 2024, Skies has the potential for some major upsets in this year's bracket stage. Will we see that potential manifest? Let's find out.
This runner profile is about a runner from the land down under, Theut. Theut was seeded into Group 9 and is exiting that group as the second seed with an overall tournament win-loss record of 5-4. Their any percent PB is a 124.11, which is ranked 56th on the leaderboards. A fan favorite for many, Theut has been described as kinda just spawning in and winning out of nowhere. Going from 35th in Mach 4 March to 17th in Mach 5 March, Theut's any percent time is a deceptive indicator of what they're truly capable of. Will Theut be able to pull off an upset in this year's bracket stage? Let's find out here in Mach 6 March.
This runner profile is about the laser boosting queen, Tilali. Tilali was seeded into Group 12 and is exiting that group as the first seed with an overall tournament win-loss record of 7-2. Her any percent PB is a 119.01, which is ranked 15th on the leaderboards. While Tilali's leaderboard PB is ranked 15th, she's recently posted an unverified 117, which would put her in the top 10. That improvement in time is emblematic of Tilali's caliber as a top-level runner. Going head-to-head with some of the best, Tilali has the potential to take games and sets off of many of them. She's also pioneered frontier defense speedrunning and continues to push the boundaries of any percent strategies like Hellroom Laser Boost and Pats in Abyss 3. Will Tilali dethrone her 9th place finish from Mach 5 March? Let's find out.
This runner profile is about the dude who turned from controller warrior to keyboard warrior. It's Zero Man. Zero Man was seeded into Group 10 and is exiting that group as the first seed with an overall tournament win-loss record of 9-0. His any percent PB is a 117.49, which is ranked 12th on the leaderboards. Zero Man has always occupied that upper suite of runners, even achieving a top 8 placement in last year's tournament. He's especially notable due to his ability to make these strides on controller, an input method that is widely understood to be at a disadvantage over keyboard and mouse at that skill level. Since last year, he has departed from the controller brotherhood and into the KBM world, and has already started putting up times not far off his PBs. Could the input method switch have been the key to tearing through bracket all along? Let's find out in Mach 6 March.